made it beat, by the way.
Show started. Boom. Yo, so what's going on, y'all? This is another episode of The Corner. This is episode 22. We are still in season 3, still holding strong. And tonight our episode is salary better than hourly? So as we get into this, we'll get into a range of topics. You know, now, me, I never worked a salary position, so I wouldn't know, but I know how it is to work an hourly position and kind of more so, I guess in a sense, compete with somebody that works in a salary position. So we're going to get into hourly, salary, even construction, construction and contracted jobs as well. Just a little bit of differences and what it is you get out of it, what it is you don't get out of it, pros and cons. So we're going to jump right into it. We're going to start from the right. We got
Mac.
K1.
Anthony.
It's The Corner. One of our teammates is out tonight. He's working late or whatnot. He might end up popping in on us. We don't know. We'll find out. But we're just going to jump into it, man. So I know I had a couple of people that I want to kind of, touch base with and give me their experience of what was going on. So I took this week to kind of talk to different people that's actually working in salary positions and get their take on it or whatever. Before we start off, I'm going to actually read this message I got from someone that actually works in a salary position and how they felt about it. 1 second. There it is. So this is one from my old classmates. Her name is Molly Haygood, but now she's Molly Smith. She's married, has kids and everything. So her comment or her message about salary versus hourly, she said it just depends on the situation. She said, I've been both. She said being salaried with a 2-parent household worked great. She said I was able to make up any time without many issues. And then she says, I'm not hourly treated as salary. She said, if I'm there or working remotely, I'm paid. If the kids are super sick, I can take the time out to care for them. I just make sure all my stuff is handled. Doesn't matter how many hours I work, as long as my work gets done. Which is for a lot of people, very big, pro, because it's like, who wouldn't be able to be like, hey, I gotta go check on my kid, boom, I'm head home and still be able to work. So I thought that was a good, comment and opener as far as how it is to, more so being a salary position.
Right.
But I'm gonna let my castmates take it away, whatever y'all got to say about to jump into it.
I'll go first. All right. So my experience with salary, now all my working career, it's been hourly, but a few times that I've been in a somewhat salary position, military could be one of them. You definitely not getting paid by the hour, but it's really more of a fixed income, depending on your rank, position, and things like that. Now, on the civilian sector, when I was working for, can we say that? So you can say Amazon, right? without getting pinned, right?
Hey, bro, don't come to me.
I ain't got it. Right, we ain't got it.
I ain't got it.
All our words. Right, I ain't got it on me.
Right.
But when I was working with Amazon, there was a point in time where we was actually getting paid by the day. So in a sense, like with Molly, it really didn't matter when she got the work done. As long as it gets done, we're gonna get paid the same anyway. So to translate it to Amazon, I think we was a third party contractor. We were getting paid $140 something by the day, and it's one of those things where it didn't matter how long it took to finish a route or how short it took to finish a route, you were still getting paid by the day. Now, good thing about that was your hours would still calculate, so if you happen to hit overtime hours, they slap that on your check too. which was wonderful. At that time was man. At that time that was beautiful, and then the company was like, "Yeah, we paying y'all too much, man. We gotta tighten up a little bit, you know." So then then they moved to hourly, which wasn't a fan of, but it was still doable. That is my little quick. I think that's my only. Those two were my only salary-based experiences when it came to jobs. Yeah, but everything else has just been hourly and things like that. Oh,
No,
yeah.
I'm talking about, I'm just gonna flip the
Oh,
camera
okay.
over so big. Sides one down as we can see.
Oh, okay, you see, yeah.
Don't need time, we got time for that.
Right.
Alright. That's how it is filming shit. Alright.
Oh,
But appreciate it. That was good. Oh,
cool, no problem.
do you hear that? Pop, pop. Alright. That was Mac. Man, what you got?
Well, I've never held salary positions, but I have had up close, I guess, experiences with people of salaried position and their explanation of how they felt about it. I guess the first one, as I was talking in warm-up conversation and stuff about the working in the hotel as a chef, and I was like, I was killing overtime. I think I was probably like the most hours in there because I'd come in 5 o'clock in the morning for breakfast and then leave 11, 12 at night, come back in and do it over again. Like, I broke a record with 31 days consecutively worked with like 15 hours a day. Like, well, I was in there. And it got to the point where I was sitting and having a talk with my boss, who was just hitting the keyboard, wasn't even really doing anything in there. And I was like, all right, well, good time to count my money, I guess, And I happened to, I had it on me because I was planning to deposit it the next day. And but anyway, let's see how much I'm about to put in there. And as I'm thumbing through it, he's realizing how much I'm thumbing through, and he's like, well, let me get some of that. And I was like, you are the boss. Like,
Right.
if I'm making this, then where your paper
Right.
at? Like,
Yeah.
he was like, it's not necessarily like that. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, it's like, you're salaried, right? He was like, yeah, but it's the same no matter what I do. Of course, everybody, all of them don't say that.
Right.
And he went into detail. I think he got like 13 or 14 or something to check like every week, I think, or something like that. And which is not bad.
Yeah.
And then he talked about the whole 60 hours is the minimum, and then overtime kicks in after that, which all of them usually say. But at the same time, like, if you're not there, and then you're getting paid that much more anyway, that's not a big complaint to me. Like, you feel me? And then like, but he was like, the only time they really get bonuses or anything is when like we were doing banquets and stuff like that, and the amenities and stuff. We would get bonuses for working them basically, and so he got paid off pretty well with that. But as far as like breakdown hourly, like my check next to his, mine was killing his on a couple of weeks, like, because like I got paid every 2 weeks, so my checks were getting heavy, bro. Like, and he was like, see, look at that, and I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I mean, you help make my hours, so like, you're responsible for this. And he was like, yeah, but I mean, I guess it's worth it. And then like in another career or whatever, I also did road construction, and your foreman and all of them are machine operators and everything are salaried. And the one difference that I've carried over to that was, or what was made obvious there, was that all the off time, like the rain days or the shutdowns because it's too cold, and then especially when COVID happened, everybody's getting sent home for weeks at a time. And like, thankfully that company was good enough to have like a compensation program in place and everything, so you still got a little something, but you got all your salary folks still copping the big ass checks on time every week, you know what I'm saying? And, or however they got paid, but like that check was coming through every time, no matter, like, we was out for 2 weeks, I'm still getting paid for 2 weeks. Like, that to me is a major difference. So being salaried in that aspect, I could see being a positive.
Gotcha.
I mean, of course, same boat. I've never been in any type of salary position. The current position I'm in now, as a scheduling position. And originally, before I came into the job, it was a salary position. So I was like, all right, cool. You know, I had my little interview and everything. Like, yeah, you know, how you feel working from home? I don't feel working from home. Shit, that's great. Let me work from home. I'm down. I'm with it. So, you know, I'm contemplating. I'm like, yeah, let me go get me a desk. You know, let me go get me a monitor to put in my cave, whatever, and get set up to where I can work from home. And then it was like, yeah, so this is going to be our position. You won't be able to work from home.
What you need?
You know,
I would have been. It's the same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Still working at home.
And then granted, you know, my counterparts, both of them were salaried. They were schedulers too. And I was like,
huh.
How they work?
Yeah.
And then, you know, it was funny because it was one day, man, I was trying to speed, I was trying to get to work, you know, on time or whatever, and got stuck in traffic on the expressway. I was like, come on, man. And then my coworker was like, hey, you stuck in traffic too? I'm like, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna turn around and just work from home. I was like,
oh
no,
okay,
we can do that.
Was unaware there was an option.
Right, I was like, oh, so but I still got to make it work and to be there on time.
Yeah.
And I was just like, came into work, 15 minutes late. I'm like, it's all right.
Yeah,
It's okay.
it happens. It's life. Yeah.
It's okay. But you know, it wasn't the first time that happened to me because I remember one time, my wife, she ended up, I think she ended up losing power to her car or something like that. So I was like, oh, nigga, I need to go check on my wife, make sure she okay or whatever. Why the room? Whoa.
Oh.
That's weird. Why has it been doing that? Like, I wonder if it's only doing that because, like, people aren't in the actual room.
Oh. Possibly. But I seen one viewer was in there.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about actual people in the video.
Oh.
Yeah, that's that. Bullshit. You don't go live on the damn. See this work.
Okay.
Anyway.
And when we get back, you'll have the most splendiferous pudding pop you have ever tasted.
Alright, not splendiferous.
Oh man.
Oh no. I was just listening about him today, bro. That shit was fun.
Oh man,
Really?
he was funny. Like back in his stand-up days, like he straight had me laughing.
Hilarious. You know, just man, y'all need to look at some shit D.O.D. was talking about him, man. That shit was funny as fuck, boy.
Wow, he's edgy as it is.
Yeah, so when D.O.D. was going off on me, I was like, yo, this shit wild.
He was telling y'all folks, it was right there in your face.
Yes, what it was.
Put something in the barbecue sauce, get them all huggy buggy. You know what I'm
Chill.
saying?
Chill.
Anyway,
Stop.
back to our conversation. You were saying, buddy turned around, went home. You went to work, and then another time, the wife's car died or something. You had to go check on it.
So, you know, of course, you know, as a husband or whatever, I'm like, let me go see about my wife. Hey, I gotta leave real quick or whatever, and you know, I'll be right back or whatever. I'm like, okay, that's fine or whatever. And then, you know, when I get there, make sure she's straight, whatever. You know, the car won't start, so I was like, yo, just take my truck, you go home to work, I'll stay home, whatever. So I tell my boss, I'm like, yeah, no, I gotta stay home, whatever, just because my wife's had, you know, car troubles or whatever. Now I'm off work from home. Not really, because you're hourly, blah, blah, blah. You know, you just have to use your time. I'm like,
Use your time.
I gotta use my time for a situation like that when
Did
any
you
other
work
time.
though? Did you still do any work from home that day?
No.
Oh, well, good.
It was just
So
like,
was
no, I mean, I wasn't, but it's just like at the end of the day, whatever, I could simply just work from home, but I wasn't given that option.
Yeah.
But, you know, what I'm noticing is, at least with some jobs or at least some departments, people allow what they allow. So I've seen people that are out in hourly positions work from home in this job and jobs before that. So, you know, I'm just like,
there's a whole niche of work from home jobs.
that's what I'm saying. So it's
They're
just
all
like,
hourly. Well, actually, there's some salaried positions like supervisors and then, managers and stuff like that, which you wonder how that works virtually to me. But anywho, yeah, that's the thing. Work from home. I'm not gonna say prefer working from home, but like, if I would rather be at home than in an office. So like.
yeah.
With that being on, and some of them pay pretty good. Like for a while there, they were doing like 14, 15 an hour to start, and then like the longer you stay, the better you did or whatever, the more you paid. But yeah, that would have been a good way
Isn't
to
that
go.
what Ain't that what Lily doing? She
Might
working
be.
mom.
I know mom used to do it. I know a few people who've done it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, jobs like that are out there or whatever, but it's like, I don't know, like for me, I've always been in manufacturing, so from that end of the spectrum, I've never really seen it. And then when this pandemic hit and all that stuff, whatever, it just kind of threw everything
The
to a
world
tailspin.
changed.
Yeah, threw everything to a tailspin.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, just saying all that, you know, just say that, you know, I've talked with some people that's actually in salary positions, and they be like, hey, you know, when y'all working overtime, I don't get that overtime. I'm like, well, you kind of what you signed up for. So I don't feel sorry. You know, I don't feel sorry because, you know, I'm pretty sure they laid it out. Hey, this was happening. You're not getting this overtime, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You're probably just like, give me. I want the position, you know. So at the end of the day, you kind of, you know, made that decision, you know.
Plus,
But
they get to go home early and all that shit.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
right.
Well, it's about 3 o'clock. Gotta go get the kids. Like, oh, okay. And you still getting paid for the whole day anyway. So,
Yeah.
like,
They were like, man, we still gonna go work. And then, of course, they're like, well, this is what you signed up for. You know what I'm saying? You know? So, I mean, it's a continuous circle.
But it just kill me though, cause like when you say stuff like that, oh, I'm gonna go pick up my kid. I got kids too.
right.
I want
Yeah,
to go pick up my
must be
kid.
nice.
Like,
Really
yeah, I
must
want
be
to go pick
nice.
up my kid
And still get paid.
Right.
Hey, that's
Get
crazy.
paid to go get ice cream and
Man.
shit with your kids. Come on now.
I say people be like, hey, I got a doctor's appointment. Leave out, come back, and then like nothing happened. I'm like, what is this? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just always just thought it was an interesting topic.
Me personally, I've mainly been in, most of my work has been in hourly areas, and then some of the contracting I've done. But I prefer hourly personally, unless I'm getting paid big money, because like also with the salaries and stuff, you get a whole lot more responsibility and different things like that. All that stuff. Meanwhile, I could do this same little simple job and still, and as long as I'm making overtime, I'm still in the same range as you. I'm doing that. Like, and then like, you know, having the hourly during the week and all that stuff, like, I guess outside of corporations, you get more of a flexible thing going on. Like, you might not get paid for the day you got to call off, but it's not no major, like, as long as it's an emergency, it's not no major, you know, you're not going to have any backlash or anything like that. But with me, I've figured out recently, time is money. So like, the less time, you know, I'm spending at one job, that means more time I'm spending making more money somewhere else.
Yeah.
And you know, with a salary position and everything like that, you're pretty much on call whenever they hit that work phone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta answer. Like, they call you, show up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. To me, I got a life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't necessarily want to be completely strapped to this thing. Like, cause you know, I got things outside of work. My life isn't just my job. Like, you feel me? Like, but yeah. So I vote hourly personally, in my opinion.
Cause it's funny you say that, man. 'Cause I've seen people that work salary positions have 2, 3 phones on them. One phone's their actual phone, another one is company phone, another one is another company phone. And you know, it's like they are going to be reached at some point or whatever, you know. And my thing is like, ever since I got into the workforce, man, I've always kind of been chasing like the corporate job. And, you know, I've always been right there at the surface, and then boom, never really get it. But then, you know, like you said, like, is it really worth it? You know, is it worth the hassle and the stress and the, you know,
Added responsibility.
Right. Because, you know, I know a lot of people, well, at least a lot of people I see, they can't separate their work life from their personal life. You're always worried about what's going on here at work versus your actual life, what you got going on.
I don't have time for that.
Right, like I don't get it, man. Because I've had people, you know, I've like been off on a weekend, just chilling, mind my business. Somebody might send me an email, like, hey, you know, what's going on with such and such? I'm like, I don't know. Like I'm off the clock or whatever. Like, but then you got some people that are just really like that. They're so work oriented. They like everything that's going on at work. They want to know what's going on. I'm just like, I ain't got time to be that, you know, focus on the job. You know, now do I, you know, appreciate and love my job? Yeah, I appreciate it because it's getting me where I need to go. But at the end of the day, I can't see myself harping and being that's focused on something that much just pull me away from me and my family. I can't do it.
Agreed.
you know. But and again, like I said, I haven't been in the position to know, because for some people it works to have it to where you got consistent money coming in. You know what your check is gonna be like. Ain't no surprises like, oh, I didn't get no hours or whatever, and that's when my check is short. No, if shit's slow, oh well, my check's still gonna be the same.
Right.
I guess that's a big pro.
For sure.
But like based on what you were saying, like you can work hourly, be making more than your supervisor, or whatever. Because I know I was leading for about 3 or 4 years, doing like about 15, 16 hours each day. I worked. Come in at 5 o'clock, get off at 9 in the morning. that was my life. That was my schedule or whatever. And it was ongoing. It got to the point where I was on the road drifting off, but I was making more than my supervisor. He was like, man, I need your check. I'm like, what you mean? You make more than me. And I was like, you know what? Man, the check was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Things be looking nice.
Yeah. I don't think the managers and the supervisors, they say that, but they don't want to.
They wouldn't
do the output. Yeah. They don't want to produce the output to for the input. To have that type of check. Which is why they jokingly say, shoot, let me hold about 100 real quick. I'll pay you back.
But then you can leave whenever, and I still stay here to do work.
Yeah. Right. Yep. I still got to put my 15. All you did was 6.
You just for half my shift.
Right.
And maybe almost twice what I'm making without overtime.
Man.
Go ahead and miss me with that, please.
Facts.
I broke that down when I was leaving the hotel. The reason why I left the hotel is because somebody came in and was like just overhauling the whole staff, the schedule, everything. And I sat down with the general manager and was like, all right, so let's say you see how you have S500 out there, right? Yes. Okay, cool. Now let's say somebody comes along and says, all right, we're going to take your S500 and give you a Geo Metro. That's what you did when you killed my overtime. Like, if I'm making 3,000 whatever X amount of dollar checks, you know what I'm saying, off my overtime and me working and being here and actually making you numbers to compensate for my overtime, you feel me? And you came in here and literally fractioned my hours. Like, legit, I was working 66% less when you came in here. So that is 2/3 of my check gone since you've been here. And the lifestyle that I'm accustomed to is now in the drain compared to what I was able to afford before. He's like, I didn't, think about it like that. It's not like, none of these were personal decisions, this, that, and the third. Like, I get, clearly it's not personal, because if it was, me and you would have problems right now. But it came down to, I guess they thought I was bullshitting about leaving, and I said I was leaving, and everybody's coming to shake my hand like, we're so sorry you gotta go, blah, blah, blah. You've been a pleasure to work with, this, that, and the third. Even tears in some individuals' eyes. And it's like, is there anything we can do to like make you stay? Yeah, pay me more.
Like, I hate when they ask that, bro. That's what can we do? Pay me.
Right. It's like, y'all ain't trying to be flexible. Like, y'all not trying to give my weekends off. Like, my schedule's still messed up. Like, there's no give. Like, you come through, boom, this is what it is. I can't argue it. I can't discuss it. Like, no, that's done. And so, in that aspect, I really sucked. Like,
because I'm seem like they always want something for nothing.
Mm-hmm. No, because I'm not.
What?
Well,
no. This is the corner, sir.
I understand, but people still watch.
There's lines.
Oh, is there like names and companies involved? That's what you're trying to tell me? Okay. All right. I understand. Well, I mean, why you harping on that, trying to find another way around it?
Well, all right. I'll try to find another way around. I'm sure I speak on behalf of everybody, viewers and cast members, that, sometimes jobs in certain agencies, they get you on a program, and you're very grateful, of course.
Right.
I want to put that out there.
It's better than nothing.
Right. Because, there are a lot of people doing worse than others, But, of course, it just gets to a point where you feel as though, like we were just talking about, pay me, or put me on the team, coach.
Right.
Things like that.
Right.
But it's like they still, I guess my con with hourly is that, no matter how many hours you're doing it for, you still gotta put out the output of the work, you know. That so which I ain't scared of work or anything like that, you know. We've been doing this since high school, you know. So I mean, we have a good grasp of work ethics, but it comes to a point where you feel as though a lot of unrealistic expectations comes from your superior officers.
I hear you. Like, I get what you're saying.
I feel like that, man.
And then it's just like, that's cool. I'm still only making this though. But cool. I can run Michael Jordan / LeBron James numbers for you. Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Right.
Whatever. But it sucks that a lot of people that are in higher positions, either they see your potential but right now can't do anything about it, or they choose not to. And then I know I'm kind of veering off topic as far as hour and salary, because I don't want to make it seem like I'm bashing.
Speak your piece.
People of
Say what you're gonna say. Get off your chest.
Nah, I guess I'm speaking for everybody now. I guess how everybody feels, but yeah, with the hourly, I feel for a lot of people, and myself included, that sometimes you get the short end of the stick.
Potential goes unnoticed.
But yeah, potential goes very unnoticed. Potential gets passed on to others before you.
Right.
Even people that came after you. That's all I gotta say about that.
He's not lying. I've been in a temp service before.
Yeah.
It was interesting, because most time being in temp service or whatever, they expect you to perform as much as the people that are actually hired on perform.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, but you paying me less. Well, you're not even paying me.
Yeah.
Another company is paying me,
Yeah.
and but you're telling me I need to do this, this, that, and the third. Because one of my longest running jobs I worked at, a lot of people that's on Facebook know, the job I was at for almost 7 years. I started out as a temp, so for me or whatever, I'm busting my butt or whatever. I'm trying to get these numbers up. I'm working toward goals and things of that nature, whatever. And then when I'm getting close to getting on, the people that was temps with me at the time, they fell off. So therefore, new temps had to come in, and I was like, okay, cool, but
Now
it
you
don't
can
matter.
see your temp.
Yeah, but it don't matter because I'm about to get hired on.
Right.
You
Yeah.
gotta wait till they come up to speed, and then you'll get hired on. What? How does that work? So
So now you
anyway,
gotta train them.
right? So yeah, I train them and run with me and all that. So I try not to feel no type of way about it. But then we all got hired on at the same time, which is, I guess, in a sense fair. But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. But never mind.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna
But I say all that to say when I finally got hired on after like 8 months or something like that. When I finally got hired on, they're like, "Oh, you finally full time." I'm like, "What you mean finally full time? I've been working these hours with y'all. I've been working overtime. I've been full time.
Right.
Y'all just giving me the title and giving me the insurance now. That's what it is. But yeah, it's definitely a funny little way when it comes to just different, I guess, variants as far as an hourly employee. And then when you get into that salary state, which, like I said, neither one of us has actually really been in, it's just like things, I guess for them are just a little different. They look at what you're doing differently, because, most times if you're in a salary position, you're in a position where, hey, I ain't got to be out on the floor doing this. I ain't got to be doing the hard labor and things of that nature. I'm the person to delegate it to, and then a lot of them be like, oh, man, why can't you do such and such? Why can't you? Like, we working for the same company. We getting paid by the same people. Like, what's going on? But, I just thought I got to touch on that after you brought it up. Because, I've been through it. I know how it is to be in that position. So, it is what it is.
So, interesting question. Let's talk about commission positions real quick. I know that wasn't in the topic, but, just throw a little curveball in there. Have you guys ever worked any commission jobs before?
As a contractor, yeah.
As a contractor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like what job you did, you got a certain percentage out of the job, and then like a bigger percentage if you produced the job and stuff like that. And it was nice. it was nice. Like, but that's as long as work is flowing.
Yep.
Because those dry spells happen and things get tough.
Yeah.
So
I want to say that as far as like commission, well, in my experience in the sales force, I used to sell cars. That's about as close as entrepreneurship that you can get. And now, granted, where I was at was both hourly and commission. I mean, hourly that was like boo boo. If you was not selling them cars,
check wasn't.
Your check was
like
not
minimum wage, right?
Well, not where I was at. No. Still, it wasn't.
Right.
You know what I'm
Wasn't
saying?
much better.
Definitely not. Yeah, not substantial. But I actually did like the commission based job because it's one of those things where it's like one of those you keep what you kill type of thing. You legit work for your money. When I was selling cars, didn't know a thing about selling at all. So I was like, I don't even know why I'm doing this, but you know what? we gonna give it a shot. Yeah, but you know what? Hey, people need cars, and we got them. So hey,
give you one now.
right, and I'm just the middleman.
Right.
At this point. So
have you seen the trunk space?
right.
It's magnificent.
Yes, I mean this Hellcat though, like you don't need it right now because you 80, but this Hellcat though,
You can afford it.
you
though.
can't afford it.
Should you so desire.
Right, or maybe a birthday gift for your grandson or something.
Premium sound package.
I mean,
So selling cars like selling crack, pretty much.
I'm not condoning that, and I'm not gonna confirm or deny that, but
When you 80, what you need a charger for?
I agree with you. You shouldn't need a charger of that caliber at 80,
Well,
but
I'll do it.
since we got it,
You can
since we
afford
got
it.
it,
We've covered that. But
And I
it's
saw-
been approved.
yeah, and I saw you looking,
Mhm.
so hey, what you trying to do? But
Twinkle in your eye.
little yeah, I did.
Golden years.
Yep. And but where I was at, it was real cool, man. Like I said, it's one of those things where you earn your keep, which I really like. Definitely wasn't really much supervision going on, if any, to be honest with you, because most of the supervisors there in their office counting money basically, or counting the products that was sold. So they cars.
It's all right. I'm sorry. It sounds very similar to the crack game. But go ahead.
No, it does not.
Count the money. Selling the old people kids. Hey, look.
That's not. No.
You can get your credit up, buddy. You can get this charger.
We had a wide spectrum of customers that came into the store. Okay. No.
For $3,000 today, I can put you in this rocket ship that you are definitely not qualified.
Not qualified for.
But because you can afford it.
Yes.
And you do like it. We agreed
Yep.
on that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Lots of horsepower.
A lot of horsepower.
Smiles, not miles. Now.
Hey, you're
Might
right.
not make it home, but you had a good time.
You had a real good time.
Jesus.
Real good time.
That money, huh?
That much?
On the side?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible.
Oh, and you got good credit too. Oh yeah.
A little
You
money.
even got bad credit. Oh, it's all right.
Yeah.
Let me get you down over here with
We
this
did.
credit.
We did work with people with horrid credit too, and they walked out with pretty nice, decent cars.
Some decent down payments, I would imagine, on that.
I mean, hey, I was like, look, Godspeed, man. Godspeed. But with that job, that was the money was good. For as long as I was there, that money was good. Now, unfortunately, I had to discontinue my job there because of COVID. But yeah.
Damn wrong.
Yep, the Romas, the margaritas. Yep, the margaritas.
I wouldn't mind a problem with it right now, actually.
Hey,
I almost picked up some.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you know, I'm talking about like the beer in the glass. That's what I'm okay. I'm just saying.
All right.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad. It's
Well,
been a
yeah,
while now. I ain't been out.
Yep. Yep. So so that was a real good experience. It not only helped me develop my skills with talking to people and things like that, but like I said, you was really working for your money. Now the downside to it is, as far as like commission, like I said, if you don't sell anything, you're not really making nothing.
Right.
You'll be stuck to the hourly. Second thing is, it's not like your commissions roll over each month. You start all the way back from zero, so you have to essentially do it all over again the next month. Which I ain't have too much of a problem with it, because I understand that's how it goes. A lot of my other peers hated it, because they would say, "Oh man, last month I sold 10, 15 cars, I sold 10 trucks and 5 Dodge Challengers, Scat Packs too, And then supervisor's like, "Yeah, well, it's April 1st. So do it again." Right. Are you right? It's like, are you cold enough to do it again though? So yeah, it was like that, which, like I said, I didn't have a problem with it. And it was funny because as far as like my coworkers, it wasn't a lot of them that was like in my age range. A lot of them were like early 20s, and I think the youngest one was 19. Selling cars.
Y'all had a fresh lineup.
Yeah, so
Come out like that, 18, 19 selling cars.
Yep. Yeah, it
selling
is.
cars,
There's
selling
money in
lives.
it if you good.
It is, and especially if they've come from the background of salespeople.
Right.
The 19-year-old, his dad, his granddad, and a couple of his uncles, they sold cars. So he pretty much got the game early.
It's in his blood.
Yeah, it was in his blood. He literally told me, and he was actually a smart student too. He was going to school. He was going to school. Got bored with it. That's what he said. He got bored with it.
With
school.
Okay.
Now at the time, he was doing a work-study program, so he was working like a little part-time job, or whatever. Then I think his dad was like, "Hey man, you off the school weekend? Come to me real quick. Come to me on your Saturday, chill with your dad or whatever." All right, cool. He in his office, he's at this car dealership, selling cars or whatever. Man showing him his pay stubs. He was like,
"This is what you could be
"This
doing."
is what you could be doing."
Right.
Them trips to Disneyland and all that.
This is where it came from.
This is where it came. He was like, "Damn, all that?" He was like, "Yep."
That's where the magic happened.
That's where it happened. And then he told me, he was like, from then on, I was like, F school. He literally said F school. He dropped out that remaining semester. Finished out the semester, but didn't go back.
Yeah.
Started selling cars, and I believe he was like maybe the 4th highest seller, in the whole store. So yeah, he was like, "Nah, man, F school." I'm money.
You definitely
It
have
happens
a
like
muscle
that
for it, man.
sometimes. There's certain careers you can jump into and be okay without going to school. And
Yeah.
Which I think is definitely undersold in school. Like in school, I guess they drill into you the importance of furthering your education and all that stuff. But there's trades to get into that don't require that, and you still make pretty good money.
Pretty good, yeah. Yep. That's right. But for all the viewers that thought about getting into the sales force, just know you are gonna have to talk to people. I know a lot of people these days don't. Yeah, definitely not for the antisocial. People nowadays don't like to talk anymore. They talk in emojis, but
Keyboard warriors.
yeah, basically. But so keep that in mind if that's the direction you guys should go to. But it's very lucrative. I would definitely say that. But just outside of hourly and salary, I believe commission is one of those unsung heroes when it comes to money.
Honorable mention.
Yeah, definitely an honorable mention.
I mean, you definitely gotta have a muscle for it, man. 'Cause I'll never
Yeah.
forget once upon a time, you know, Primerica had gotten me because I was down on my luck, and I was like, damn, man, I need some work, bro, blah, blah, blah. They were like, hey, we got a job for you. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, so I get my suit and tie together. I'm like, let me go on in for this interview or whatever. And I come in, I start noticing stuff. I was like, insurance, Prime, what's going on here? I was like, it's Primerica. And he was like, yeah, you said you was looking for a job, right? I was like, yeah, to pay me now. Like, not in the long run. I need money now. I'm hungry. I want to eat.
Right. I can't eat.
You know, so, you know, that's like, but like I said, I mean, it's definitely an honorable mention. It's an unsung hero. You gotta have the patience. You gotta have the time for that, because you know that to me, it's just really not for everybody. Like I'm the type of person, I need to get it now. I can't wait till a couple months down the line after I got 200 people that know me now and all this stuff. Gotcha. You know, because I mean, when you get with companies like that, whatever, like, yeah, you know, tell everybody about it. Tell your friends, tell your family, blah, blah, blah. Tell people you don't even know. And some people build up from that, and that's fine. I mean, I went to their facility. Beautiful facility. It was a whole campus. They had a cafeteria. Yep. Everything. I was like, yo, there's so much money here, but
and it's not a pyramid scheme. Because that's everybody's favorite word.
I mean, Primerica is though. Nah, shit, I went there. I went to
my
the
pops was a part of it.
Hey, look,
it's real insurance. It's real life insurance.
I'm not saying it ain't real insurance, but it's definitely a top, bottom. You know, like you gotta get to a certain level to actually be making that money.
Could we say the same for jobs?
Not really.
Would that be the same model?
No.
I mean, me as a foot soldier, carrying out orders given from my superior officer.
But you
I mean,
get
that's
paid
kind
in.
of fine, but you know, it is still a chain of command we still gotta follow. You know, when it comes to that can translate from, you know, things like that to a regular job setting. Not too far off.
Only reason I say no is because the time and money you got put in as far as gas and stuff, if you ain't even got it. That's one thing.
Fair
now
enough.
Versus working an actual hourly job, I'm working, I have money enough to put gas in my vehicle to get to work and come back home.
Fair enough.
So I guess that's the only split. Now I definitely get what you're saying, because you could be at the bottom of the barrel and you're trying to work your way up to the top. I get what you're saying. So yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, those are very similar in that sense.
I got you.
But you know, when it's like that
when
commercial, when I needed my money, I need it now.
I
always more so the better bet, you know. But now in the long run, you know, I'll say this with it. Like if you make a certain amount of money, that'll make up for all that hard work and time you put in. That'll, you know, build up. But in the instance, depending on how you make it, it might just still be the same as hourly. If you're only making 1,000 here for that month and 1,000 there for that month, it's still more so the same. But yeah, I definitely get what you're saying. I agree with you.
Yeah, because I mean, shoot, I can't wait.
It's a hustle.
3 months.
Man. It's a hustle.
I can't wait 3 months, you know, to see it. I gotta eat now, man.
And I think
bills ain't waiting.
Right.
They're
not waiting. And I mean, sometimes I think it's more prevalent, like where you are in your life. If you now, I don't know. I guess
I agree with that.
I guess if you're single, cool. No, but now I've seen people that had a kid and hustled or something like this and still making good. So it's gives and takes to it. But you know, for me, if I'm home, I got my kid and we need to eat now. I ain't got time to be fooling around and not making money right now. My kid need milk.
Yeah.
You know, my kid need, you know, food. My kid need diapers. So
I got you.
It's just, man, I wish I had a mind for it, bro.
I got you.
I got decent mind. I ain't stupid, but you know,
Right.
I'm borderline. You know what I mean?
It just don't work like that.
It's just my brain don't work like that or whatever. But
Gotcha.
you know, and you know, like I said before, man, like I'm talking about as a kid, man. I always said, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a businessman when I grow up. I'm still 30 years later, almost 30 years later, I'm still chasing that dream, and it's just like I don't know if it's worth it anymore. Like at the end of the day, now I just want to work for myself. I'm tired of working for people, to be honest.
Facts.
You know,
what I'm trying to get into.
Yeah, because I mean, I can't say this for everybody. Some people might love their job. Some people might not see nothing wrong with it, and that's fine. That's why there's certain people that actually love working, and there's actually people that want to be a boss. And you know, I can't see myself doing this for no longer, just working for people, because the stress and all this for something that ain't yours.
Yep.
That shit ghetto.
That nigga
That shit ghetto.
It's too much.
It's too much, you know.
And then at any time they could say, yeah, go ahead and we're gonna see your way out.
Right, like, well, wait a minute.
It's like word.
Man.
Like word.
So it's just,
I thought we was brothers,
man,
man.
bro. Let's say y'all a good working job, you doing whatever the whole time. Yeah, we gotta let you go.
We gotta
But
trim the
cuts.
fat, like they
Boy,
say. Like,
I hate that.
Yeah.
Trim the fat.
right. Ain't that some shit?
Man, I tell you. I mean, I guess it's one thing when it just comes to jobs in general. They can cut you at any time. And like I know at least here in Georgia, they ain't got to explain to you why.
Yeah.
Nope.
Hey, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Like, huh? Wait a minute. Don't I get an explanation? Nope.
No.
Why?
No.
Hey, your lead badge on table.
Mm.
What?
Right.
Excuse me?
Right.
This is preposterous.
I've
Right.
been here for 20 years.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna need that Astro van too.
Oh,
Astro?
Astro? I just put 15s on that.
Right.
LED lights and everything.
Right. I mean they tens, but they clean. I keep them clean though. I keep them clean. Nope. You need that Astro van too, dog, and that gas card too, cause we know what you're gonna do with that gas card.
Man, you know, actually touching on that, when you making a certain amount of money, especially when you working hourly, you get a bunch of overtime. I know for me, you get big headed. You just like, yeah, you know, I can afford that. I can get this. I get it. Cause my dumb ass, you know, I had a whole kid and shit. I'm working all those old, so I'm like, I'm gonna get me a truck. Hell yeah, I can afford it. I can get that truck. Next thing I know, I started working that overtime. I was like,
Ooh.
I don't
yeah,
know.
that
about
truck.
that.
Oh,
That's this, and that's what I meant to harp on. This is coming off what you was talking about earlier, whatever. Because when you get to a certain point, as far as the money you making, especially hourly, you get comfortable. You had that, you know, this is your spot. Is where like, hey, I'm doing all this. This is where I'm at. But then when you start not to get it, it's like, damn, bro, it's kind of fucking with my lifestyle. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and I say this to everyone. I've even told people older than me, like, you cannot base your life off that overtime. Base your life on what you actually getting paid and budget off that. Because the more you try to budget over that, you're going to put yourself more and more into that. Yeah, in a harder position or whatever. So, yep, about to die.
Oh yeah.
One second, we probably about to wrap up anyway. But one second.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one thing I can really say, man. That plays a big part. You know, now looking back, I wish I would have just kept what I had, because when I felt the need, feel like I needed more, mess myself up, man. But it happens. It's, you live and you learn.
Life, man.
You live and you learn. I ain't dying. I ain't struggling. You know, I'm here, but should have been smarter, boy.
Hey man.
Should have been smarter. Because I'll tell you what, man. I'm gonna tell y'all this now. One thing is I hate, as far as being an adult, I hate fucking car notes. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I hate fucking car notes.
man.
I missed the time where it was just all I had was insurance. That was
Yeah.
it. Just insurance on my vehicle, pay it off. I'm good.
Man,
So,
let me tell you, repossessions are not fun. they are not. Y'all remember Diamond?
I remember.
Yeah.
Fine ass.
I know. Yeah.
Talk about a car, baby.
Car.
Talk about a car, baby.
Good car. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. But yeah, y'all remember Diamond? Man, Gray Acura.
Perfect. She was perfect.
2016, the ILX. Man, and this is when I was working at the postal service. So I was making some decent.
You hated that job.
I hated that. Oh yeah, I hated it.
Eat the fuck out of
But
that
you
job.
know what though? I could put cheese on my burger though. So it's, I was like, you know what? Okay,
Worth it?
worth it. But you know what? I mean, it was fair. It was fair.
Fair enough.
It was fair. But yeah, I had saved up a couple paychecks because I was like, yeah, I deserve a new car. Working 6 days out the week and, just killing yourself.
What was it, just
Yeah.
Thursdays or something off or something like that?
Yeah, on a
Yeah,
weird
something like
weird ass off day, Thursday.
Turn it up on Thursday.
Turn up on Thursdays. I was like, I deserve a new car. Yeah, I worked for this.
You got it.
I got it. I got it. Yeah, I was like, yeah, so I go to I'm not gonna name the place, but it was nice. Nice little dealership. Oh, saw the car that I like. What's up?
No?
Oh, okay. Saw the car that I like, I already knew what I wanted. It came with everything and more than I asked. at a pretty decent price, you know, because you know I worked,
Right.
and I had it,
Right. Had it.
you know. So I was like, oh yeah, oh okay,
Nah.
okay, oh okay, gotcha. I was like, yeah, I'm getting this. This is what I wanted. Got it clean. First month, you know, I did good on it. Second month, still doing good. Third month it got okay because the hours was actually slowing down a little bit. It wasn't as busy because it wasn't holidays anymore. So I was like, yeah. I was like, all right. Fourth month, I was actually getting ready. My contract with the job was actually ending,
Right.
and a lot of people that's worked for the postal service, y'all would know that it is very hard to lock in a full-time position because you still got the old heads.
You gotta wait till they die.
Yeah,
You gotta wait till they die.
they pretty much got a croak before
Man,
you
that
get
shit.
the full-time position. And then at the time, I was like, okay, I'm working this many days out the week, and you know, I'm getting a fraction of the benefits that the full-time employees have.
Right.
And they working 5 days out the week.
Right.
You know, with everything. You know, they covered.
Right.
I was like, I'm not. I could snap a toe, and it'll still cost me $1,000 to get it fixed.
Right. More
You
than
know,
that, hell.
more, right, more than that. You know, I was like, nah, that doesn't really seem worth it. So
Right.
then I left the job. Still had the car though, because you know I was like, well, okay, you know, I'm these next 2 checks gonna come in because you know my contract ended, I didn't renew it. You know, and you know, Uber and Lyft was still popping at the time, so I was like, oh yeah, man, I'm about to get it in.
Right.
Work for myself, yeah, I'm about to get it in. 5th month, was still okay. You know, I added, you know, I got to a point where I had to talk to the dealership like, hey, can I set this
Looks
to
a
the
little
side?
slow right now.
Right, you know, set this money to the side real quick, you know, and then pay the rest the next week. They was alright with it. The 6th month, it was
It's tough.
yeah, it's a little rumbly and tumbly, as it was. Uber wasn't, you know, I guess as far as people, you know, and I mean, I was driving in Atlanta, you know, you would think that, you know, oh yeah, I'm getting a ping every time.
Right.
I was knocking it down. Oh, keep going.
Nah,
I was knocking it down.
Lately, they've been busting. Like,
Yeah, well now, but
Yeah.
you know, but then, you know, not sure why it wasn't, but it's been some slow weeks
Right.
in Atlanta. The only time it was popping was the weekends. And
Yeah, I
that
mean
was,
that's
you
what.
know,
Yeah, no, yeah, you're not gonna get it on the weekdays.
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Unless,
but
unless it's like when people getting off and stuff like that. But other than that,
True.
weekends best.
yeah.
Yeah.
So month 7, 8, 9, you know, it was all bad, and then. You know, then the guys called me. He's like,
No,
"Nah, it's
just
fine.
his
It's
expression,
funny."
it was all bad.
It's fine. Hey, no, I can laugh at it too. Now at that time, I wasn't laughing.
Right.
Nah,
No,
yeah.
I was- shit, I've been
Man,
there.
I was heartbroken. So, you know, the guys ended up calling me and was like, "Hey, so, you know, you kind of behind on these payments, sir." I was like, "Yes, I am."
Right. Yes.
I was like, "Yes, I am." Well, do you feel like you can, you know, you have a time, like, cause you know they always gotta ask you, you have a timeline where you think you can knock this balance? I'm like, man, I ain't got it.
Not really
I
showing up in the
ain't got
projections.
no-
Yeah, right. I ain't
We're
got
not
it on.
projecting well.
Right, we're definitely not. It's like, well, sir, I mean, the last option is that we'll have to, you know, either you voluntarily, you know, give it up, the car, or we'll just have to, you know, come get it ourselves, you know.
I didn't know they was gangster with it like that.
They weren't saying that gangster, but that's what they have to do.
essentially.
That's
I mean-
essentially because you could do it voluntarily and it wouldn't be as
As bad.
Yeah.
Still not.
it's not
bad.
good. Yeah.
Good, yeah.
However, if they have to come out their way to take it, yeah, it's definitely gonna reflect on your report. So I was like, I mean, so they still had to come and get it, but I gave them the consent.
Oh
to,
man, first I thought he was bucking like, yeah, I'm gonna have to go get this.
No.
Find it, motherfucker.
Right, nah. With the 26, they got the little, you know, tracking shits on there. They was gonna find it.
They could cut your hair off.
They could really
expressway.
cut it off.
They could
Yeah.
cut off on the expressway. Like,
Man.
I thought you was going somewhere.
Man, can you imagine your car cutting off on Spaghetti Junction?
Bro, I'm
Man.
gonna tell y'all a quick story.
I
real
got
quick.
you.
So somebody I know, personally know, or whatever, they was talking about, their car wouldn't start or whatever, but they was on the expressway. Come to find out whole time they wasn't paying their note. So they cut their shit off. And they was sitting on the side of the road, and I was just like, damn.
Yikes.
Got to do better.
Yep. So yeah, man. Long story short, though, yeah, I told them, yeah, come on, get it. I'm gonna clean it out and just make it quick.
I don't want to know they're here.
Right. I don't want people to think that I can't pay for my shit, even though that's what it is. I can't pay.
The worst thing to do is have that happen to you at the job, bro.
Hey, they yanked my shit out of the fucking job parking lot.
At the
Oh,
job.
Over
why
some
you
bullshit. Yeah, when I was working at SGD, with Silk know about it. I parked my shit right next to his every day. We came out at the end of the shift. That bitch was go.
Wow.
Big old empty space next to Silk. Like, I drove here, right? I literally looked at him and said, I was like, I drove, right? He's like, yeah, I thought so. Like, to come to find out, they took it. All right, so basically what happened was, bought the car, had a whole $2,000 down payment, had a whole, and then I even did that in stages. I didn't even just put the whole $2,000 down. And, got the car, as they sold it to me, they were like, it's a brand new clutch, blah, blah, blah. And then before I left, I was like, so is this clutch covered in the warranty? And they were like, no, that's I can't remember what term they used, but that's on you. And, which is, that's fine. I bought the car knowing how to drive at 5 speed anyway. And then 2 weeks later, the clutch go out. And I was like, so what's up? And they were like, well, we can fix it. And I was like, how much is that going to be? And they were like, it would be, I can't remember, it was like $700-800 or something like that total. And I was like, I just gave y'all all this money. You know what I'm saying? Y'all said it was a brand new clutch, this, that, and the third. Well, we'll just bring it in, we'll take a look at it or whatever. And so they took a look at it, and I was at work or whatever, and they called, left a voicemail. Yeah, it'll be about a week or so, for us to get it fixed and this, that, and the third. And mind you now, it's 2 weeks into it, it'll be a week to fix it. Week comes, they still ain't even fixed it. And I was like, and y'all are expecting a payment? I don't even have the car, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, we need you to make that payment, and if you don't, then, we're not going to be able to give you the car back, and this, that, and third. I'm just like, yo, this is preposterous. What is happening? And they were like, all right, well, we can work this out with you. We'll fix the car and then put a small amount on your monthly payment so you can pay off the balance or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I'd run that. Yeah. You feel me? And then still took a whole nother 2 weeks after the first week to get it fixed.
Wow.
And I'm calling every day, you know what I'm saying? Yo, y'all got the car ready or what? And every day it'd be like, it'll be tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow. What? Come on now. All right, so I finally get the car back. And a couple months go by, cool, nothing happened. And then that night, come out there in the car going, I'm like, yo, what is happening? Some strong language came out now, come on now, y'all done yanked my car up out the parking lot,
right.
And I ain't got no heads up about this shit. So I called them, and they tell me that it's because 2 or 3 payments, the extra little maintenance or the repair cost didn't get put on the monthly payment or whatever. And I was like, isn't that on your end though? Yeah. You come get my shit. I'm supposed to so I noticed you didn't take an extra $50 this month.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all the ones that didn't run that.
Yeah.
And they still yanked that shit up out of there. And I was like, so how much is it gonna get? It's probably gonna be about $1,200 for the lot fee and blah blah blah.
Keep the car.
Yeah. And I was like, y'all can go ahead and have that. I don't need it that bad.
Yeah.
You talking about I already done put $4,000 in this thing in the last month or two. With you asking for another 12 on top of the monthly payment, and I still gotta pay full coverage insurance. Oh no, y'all got me all the way messed up.
Go ahead, keep it.
Yep. Random car story for
Yeah. Repossessions are not fun.
Yep.
I don't know about it.
Been on cash nuisance.
Yeah.
I will tell you what though, a little short story for me. I remember I had an issue with my vehicle at the time or whatever.
So, you know, I called my insurance, like, hey, I need you to pick up my car. You know, I'm going to take it to the shop tomorrow, whatever. I'll find a ride back home, whatever, which, you know, I already had it set in stone or whatever. So, you know, they couldn't pick up my car and stuff. So I was like, hey, somebody outside getting your car. So everybody's assuming I'm getting repoed. I'm like, come on, guys. Like, come on, chill out.
I got it.
I'm good, man.
Right.
Like, my car is messed up. I need to take it to the shop. That's all that's going on here. And they was like, oh, okay, all right. I'm like, hey, y'all come on. This is a night by Honda Civic, bro. Who was
Right, who's
damn shoot, boy. But man, I think that's all we had, man. I wish we had more. I really was pushing to bring some more people on that, you know, had more views on the topic, but we I think we held together what we could. You know, we brought up some good things as far as experiences and whatnot. You know, we dealt with salary, hourly, commission, contracted work, and hell, just very recently, there was a guy that works as an engineer at my job. So I just assumed most engineers was hourly. I mean, not hourly, but salary. You know, he was contracted out. And his contract is going to be ending in a week. And I'm just like, so how's that work? Did you not renew, or did they not renew your contract? How's that work? So very recently, I found out, like, they're not renewing it. So it's like, so that means kind of fired.
You just out of job then.
Yeah, that sucks though. I couldn't be under a contract like that, and just, you don't know if you're gonna stay on or not if you're not performing at a certain, you know.
Yeah.
Which I guess is kind of like hourly. If you're not performing at a certain level, then
They'll let you go.
Let you go.
but yeah,
But
that's crazy.
they don't give you a timeline. They can just do it right then and
True. And then that contract is more of a timeline, so you probably could have pissed some people off, but they can't let you go yet until you're a year or so.
So
so that's just interesting to see. But I've seen people switch from being contracted into into hired on workers.
Right.
So I have seen that. So some people are like, oh, okay, yeah, my contract about to end, but I like this company. So it's almost like, to me, it seems like when people are contracted out, it's like they testing out, see if they fuck with it. They're like, yeah, it's cool. I might want to work here. Then get hired on. Because you got some people that move out of wherever they at just to come contract here at the job for a couple of years or whatever. See if they want to stick with it and then they stay. So I couldn't do it, but kudos to the ones that's doing it, man. Like, that is what it is. But anybody anything else?
Good.
No, I think we covered it.
Covered it pretty much. All right, man. This has been another episode of The Corner. Stay tuned next week for Nature versus Nurture. We'll get into, basically what it says. What's the difference between being, raised by a certain person versus the actual nurture part of it. So that'll be an interesting topic to get into. And, hopefully we'll have a little more for you. This has actually probably kind of been one of our lighter episodes, I think. Which is surprising. Because I set it up this way because, the middle of the season is going to kind of get a little dicey. So I'm trying to get y'all prepared a little bit,
Yeah.
Cause
It ain't gonna be that bad.
Shit.
It ain't gonna be that bad.
Shit. About to get a little dicey. I'm gonna probably get canceled, goddamn, but it's all good. It's been a good ride, man.
Come on, man.
All good things gotta come to an end. And sooner or later, man. So
we gonna rise like a phoenix.
Still outright.
It's gonna be in
Wow.
YouTube jail, boy. But anyways, man, I'm definitely glad to have had y'all on, and some of the people that was able to view live. We definitely, glad you was able to come on. Shout out to Rashana, for commenting, man. We like to see stuff like that. We like to see what y'all think about. We like to see what's going on. We like to see that you're seeing us. So, at the end of the day, man, another good episode, man. This has been The Corner, episode 22. This topic has been, is salary better than hourly?
Yeah.
All right, man. That ended off, man. I'm K1, and this is
Mac.
This is Anthony.
Peace. It's been another episode of The Corner. Good night.
Cover your six.
Yeah. Boy. And you do. He said, get me off this loud shit.
Why?
I'm trying to remember exactly how she actually got to it. I forget how.
They got on the little astral projection boat thing.
We're recording.
And
Ready?
oh,
Oh.
No, y'all keep talking, but
and
Oh
I
boy.
remember somebody jumped the gun or something when it was time to actually put his soul back in his body.
He did.
And, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about.
And
He
wound
went
up in
good.
the cat, and she wound up in his body. And yeah,
Ah, okay.
She was like, I don't even want to be here, and then boom.
right.
And you like, no, you know, because at first you like, oh, so nobody here. Wait a minute, man, trust the process, trust the process. You're like, all right, I can feel this. I can hear heart monitor, I feel fur. Oh shit, that's my body. Let me jump in. And
Cat.
jump in the damn cat. And the cat like, damn, now I'm about to go to great now. I ain't even do shit. I was chilling.
Chilling.
Poor
I
cat.
was chill.
You what cats do best.
Chill.
Chill.
Guys, that's
So,
right.
Hey, hey, Rashonda, how you doing? Who? Rashonda,
Hi.
What up?
how you doing?
What's happening?
Long time no see. I was drinking a beer and shit down.